It's a samurai western neo noir action film. It's crazy. It's bonkers as fuck. The main character, Nick Cage, he's in prison for a botched robbery in this like amazing like futuristic. So it's like Mad Max. They have those different villages, right?
Mm.
And this same principle. There's desert wasteland parts and then little villages. And this village is run by Bill Mosley, and he's like a cowboy all dressed in white.
It looks awesome.
He looks amazing, and but he runs it with an iron fist, and everybody's afraid of him. Well, there's a lot of crime too in the like the poorer sections, and Nick Cage's character robs a bank. Some kids get killed during the bank robbery, and he's ended up in jail, and he's about to be executed for his crimes. Cut to Bill Mosley. Bill Mosley's daughter is you think at first that she's kidnapped or escaped, that she's ran away from something. You find out that briefly that she ran away from Bill Mosley. It's his granddaughter. I'm sorry, not his daughter. But anyway, so Bill Mosley wants her back, very much like in Escape from New York, where the president sends in a convict with a timer in his neck, right? It's that same kind of scenario, but they put Nick Cage in this, like that she's in the wasteland, so he has to go get her, but they don't want him to touch her sexually or hurt her in any way. They just protect her. So they put him in this suit that's like got all these explosives on it in certain areas. So like it reads his biometrics. So if he gets horny, it'll blow his balls off. If he gets if he gets too angry, it'll blow his neck out, and kill him. So, and it's regulated. This is the one thing about the movie. There's several plot holes, but this one is the suit. They set it up like it only interacts with this girl. That's not the case. It happens all the time when he's out in the wasteland. The suit will just start to beep, and you're like, she's not even around. I don't know what's like. Well, he's allowed to kill these people, like that's the thing, right? Well, when he first meets her, he gets excited. He goes out. He agrees to do it. Clearly, he's going to get, knocked off his sentence. Like they're not going to kill him if he brings her back. So they're just put him in prison again to let him live out his life. So he goes to find her. When he meets her, he gets immediately aroused, and his testicle blows off, and
What?
like it explodes. And he picks it up out of the dirt and holds it up and starts screaming. Like he's like, ah!
Just
and
one of them?
yeah, just one. He just flew one. It was like the right one. It's got so I must have had the most juice. I don't know. I don't know how it works biometrically, but that's what I'm saying. There's flaws in this, but then he
That's
continues.
hilarious.
He continues his mission with one ball.
Impossible.
Yeah, and then
No.
later his arm gets blown out too. So then he's got like a fucked up arm too. But the whole movie is that principle is like he gets out in the wasteland. He starts to realize this chick was abused, and that's why she was gone. And when he gets her back, the wasteland people, you find out, are hiding in the wasteland from Bill Mosley because he's going to kill them if they don't keep track of this big. It's like a big clock. It's a really weird subplot, but there's a big clock that if it strikes a certain hour, it will set off some nuclear waste and explode and possibly contaminate the town, the one like good town. So he makes these people continuously turn the clock back. I don't know why they don't just
What a
turn it
weird
off. I don't
device.
understand. Yeah.
Get rid
um,
of it.
Nick Cage runs into his ex partner in the wasteland who's a zombie, and that's fucking crazy. And then he gets everybody on the same page to go back and fight Bill Mosley, and it has like a Kill Bill style fight in the middle of this thing in this
That's
city,
awesome.
and it goes on forever. It's got some really funny parts. I highly recommend it. The couple of just I don't want to run on here, but a couple of quick points that things I thought were amazing. It's shot. It looks like a live action comic book. That's the only way I can describe it. It's like the backgrounds are perfectly paneled, and then the action happens in the foreground.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know how it looks
Sin City
like
or
those
something.
yeah, like a Magna comic. I can't pronounce those.
Oh,
The Japanese style comics.
manga.
A
Manga. Yeah. It looks like that. If you're looking like at one, that's the way it's framed. Every shot in the wasteland, in the city, they all look like that. It's really crazy. It looks cool. It has a really interesting story. That's cobbled from other ideas, but it's clearly this guy's idea. Bill Moseley is the highlight of this, in my opinion. Nick Cage is great as always. He's Nick Cage in this stuff. The actresses that are playing the girls are pretty good. I've never seen them in anything else. They're pretty good. But Bill Moseley, every time he's in a scene, he's killing it. He's got this like samurai on payroll, and he's always talking shit to him. It's great. Like I said, he loses a nut, which is really funny. So, a couple of cons. Some of the secondary characters, they have a hard time, um, conveying their, like, they want them to speak in English when I think they probably should have just spoken Japanese, which was probably their primary language. So you're like, huh? I had the subtitles on anyways, but some of it I was like, oh, that doesn't even translate what she said. The pacing's a little off. Like, it'll be real fast paced and then slow way down. And then, like I said, the subplot with the clock happens for a long chunk of the movie. I felt like it could have been like 20 minutes could have been cut off and it could have been condensed. And like I said, the suit doesn't really make sense for the rules that they set up at the beginning of the movie. That's it. But all in all, I had fun. The ending is great. I laughed. I cried.
You cried.
I clapped. After it was over, I actually said, "Good job, Frank." So
Nice.
I gave this one a 7 out of 10.
All right.
Well, let's see how you did picking for Jason. 2013's Devil's Pass. Summary for this film: a group of students go to the location of the infamous how do you say that, Randy?
Got love.
Dyatlov
Dyatlov Pass.
Dyatlov
incident
Dyatlov. Yeah.
to make a documentary, but things take a turn for the worse as the secret of what happened there is revealed. Directed by Rennie Harlin, who did Nightmare on Elm Street 4, Cliffhanger, Die Hard 2, and the infamous Cutthroat Island. Written by Vikram Wheat. Jason, what did you think?
Well, first of all, I'm glad everybody has enjoyed their movies.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
man.
I don't know what happened here.
Oh,
I feel like this was on purpose. I don't know what.
On purpose, I fucking love this movie, man. It's one of
Hey,
my favorites.
maybe
You
you
said
can
there
make
was
it up to me
snow,
here,
there was
here in a
snow?
few weeks.
It was in the woods, snow?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, it's an outdoorsy movie.
Outdoorsy movie.
Listen,
It has
but,
cool
I mean,
stuff.
do you guys want to do the review or do you want to hear my review?
All right,
yeah,
all
yeah.
right, we'll shut up.
Okay. So
I'd rather do it, but go on.
I mean, maybe you should.
No,
'cause if
Jason,
you
go
want
ahead,
this
go ahead.
movie-
Sorry,
if
Mike.
you want this
Let
movie
Let
to
Jason
come
go.
out,
Go ahead, Jason.
No,
Finish
Jason,
If you want
your
this
your
movie to
gift-
come out in the spotlight, then maybe you should do it because this was a turd.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Let's hear your turn.
So-
Come on.
Yeah.
So I guess the snow. Yeah, I guess that's a good thing it had going for it. Like it was, I was kind of chilly when I was watching it anyway, because so I guess it's a good winter movie, I guess. I went into this blind, didn't watch the trailer, but so I don't know. So I've heard about this before. I've heard about the guy's credits, so I knew he did this. I was going to come down here in the basement and watch this by myself. I was like, you know what? Screw it. Ann was upstairs. I was like, I'm sure I don't need to pay too close attention to this movie. So I just turned it on. It's an hour. First of all, it's an hour and 40 minutes. And then it's on Tubi. So then you got your commercial. So I was watching this right before we recorded too. And it was getting down to the time crunch. Like every commercial would come on and be like, come on. But literally for the first 50 minutes, you're kind of you're setting up characters that never developed into anything. No one you really was pushing for or pulling for. No one you wanted to die. So they were just there.